morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today I've got to tell you about a bunch of stuff which is going to be revealed over in Japan, and some of this is going to be very, very popular indeed. It is going to sell out extremely quickly, and it is the kind of stuff that if you want to be picking up, you need to go and get on it sooner rather than later. This stuff's gonna be good. We're talking about a whole bunch. It's a new trainer line of stuff that's coming out over in Japan. And we might as well start off with what is probably going to be the big one. Iono and Bella Bolt sleeves. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Iono and Bella Bolt. This is awesome and I love it. Although, to be fair, this is not top of my list. There are two others that we're going to be looking at which are much higher on my list. And there's a couple others that will be a little bit higher. But make no mistake about it, people of Iono, this is going to be amazing. Now, with them being your ordinary everyday run-of-the-mill sleeves, they cost as much as your ordinary everyday run-of-the-mill sleeves, which means they cost 889 yen. I'm not going to tell you for the rest of the sleeves we're looking at, right? I'm telling you now, they're 889. I'll tell you if any of them are different. But this means on the current exchange rate, as I record this, you're looking at $5.90, and that is exact, and £4.80 with a tiny bit of rounding. Very good for products like this. Although I'm going to give you my usual warning here, as I tend to do. If you want to be ordering from Japan, shipping.com, use the code PTCGradio15, save 15% on shipping. I mean, come on. Sounds like a good idea, no? But seriously, if you want to order these from Japan, I would recommend using shipping because, well, I've used them and they seem pretty good to me. Although I do get a kickback, please remember I get a kickback, so sponsorship and all of that. So with that borne in mind, although this isn't a sponsored video, I'm just reminding you that code exists. Now, that's Iono. Iono is cool. We also have an Iono deck box. Now, it's not actually an Iono deck box. It's an Iono and Penny and Larry deck box. So we're going to look at this more in a minute. What else have we got in terms of sleeves? Well, I told you that Iono wasn't my top pick. My top pick is Larry with Kamala. Larry, best gym leader in Gen 9, and I really don't think there's much of an argument there. Larry is awesome. But also, Kamala is a criminally underrated Pokemon. Gen 7 was amazing, and Kamala was absolutely one of the coolest Pokemon from Gen 7. No, not the best Pokemon from Gen 7. Beware exists, but absolutely one of the coolest Pokemon from Gen 7. So having Larry and this on the same... I mean, come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is too gosh darned good. Again, costing the same as all the others. Now, the other one that I particularly like here is Rika and Quagsire, because Quagsire's kind of, well, photobombing the selfie. And this makes me so happy. To be fair, many of them are photobombing the selfie. But, you know, Rika's cool. And I like Rika because ground-type trainer. And apparently, and it's never like a deliberate thing, but we just kind of saw a lot of the coolest Pokemon coming out being ground Pokemon. Both the Pokemon in my logo, Mamoswine and Donphan, are part ground. So, yeah, Rika's cool. Ground Pokemon are awesome. I am a big, big fan of, well, Quagsire. Quagsire is like the second best Gen 9 Pokemon after Fuecoco. Obviously, getting both of these on a set of sleeves sounds good to me. Now, they're my favourites, but the other one, along with Iono, that is going to get absolutely silly is Penny and Umbreon. Now, look, if you played the game, I suppose, if you haven't, very minor spoilers, but Penny likes evolutions. I mean, she's literally wearing an Eevee backpack, so that shouldn't be a huge surprise to you. And so Penny likes evolutions. So we bring in Umbreon here, along with Penny, and Penny's quite popular, and Umbreon's fantastically popular. These and the Iono are going to be the big ones. These are the ones where, if you want to be getting these, you need to be quick. If you're using shipping, for instance, for these sleeves, you might want to go for the one where you buy it and send it to somebody rather than the buy for me service, because I do suspect these ones are going to sell out very quickly, so you have been warned on that regard. These are going to be the two big ones. The other ones which might be very, very popular are Nemona and Pawmot. The whole Pawmot line's a bit weird. They don't change enough when they evolve for me. They just seem to get a little bit bigger. But Nemona's also obviously very, very popular. What is kind of cool here, you can see coming through from Scarlet. She's wearing her Scarlet clothing, not her Violet clothing. A choice had to be made. They made a choice. Violet for me was a cooler game, because I like the future stuff. But this is still very, very nice. Nemona and Pawmot, people are going to be happy. Now, there are some others we need to have a quick look at. Arven and Mabastiff here. If you played the game, this picture might break your heart a little bit. But remember, it's a Pokemon game. It's all happy in the end, right? But yeah, this one should make you feel something if you played the game. But we got Arven, we've got Mabastiff, and it's sandwiches. And the sandwiches make Mabastiff better. And this makes me very happy indeed. We got Grusha and Satoddle. Grusha's alright. Satoddle's alright. So this is one that some people might be very, very happy about. One that I'm not sure anybody was clamoring for was Brassius and Sudowoodo. Like, I'm sure there's some Brassius fans out there somewhere. And I know Sudowoodo's got a few fans here and there. Is it a tree? Is it a rock? Who knows? But I think it's fair to say maybe not the one people were scrabbling for. And then we've got the two protagonists, each of which come through with a first partner Pokemon. If you're wondering, the protagonists are Juliana and Florian. But also, and one's from Scarlet, one's from Violet, and they've even got the logo of the Scarlet and Violet Academies there, which makes me very, very happy. What doesn't make me happy, they're both too good for Fuecoco? Neither of them decided that the best first partner Pokemon was the one they should pick. Nah, I'm calling rubbish on that, ladies and gentlemen. Something's gone wrong here. One of them picking Sprigatito, one of them picking Quaxly, both of them leaving Fuecoco? No. That's absurd. That is absolutely absurd. I'm afraid I do not buy it even a little bit. Fuecoco is the best among them. Cool? Cool. So those are all of the different sleeves available. Yes, there are very many of them. There are 10 different types in total. For me, it's Rika and Quagsire and Larry and Kamala. But I think the popular ones are going to be Iono and Bellabolt and Penny and Umbreon. They seem to be the big ones. But we do have a couple of deck boxes as well, so if you have a look at these, they are very clearly using the artwork pretty much from the sleeves. So one's got Iono and Penny and Larry, that's clearly going to be the more popular, and the other one's got Rika and Nemona and Grusha. And it's a little bit weird, if you look at the right-hand side of the deck box, you can see one's got Kamala for Larry, Bellabolt for Iono, and Sprigatito, which must mean Florian is on one of the sides we can't see. And the other one, you can see Satoddle for Grusha. But then you can also see Sudowoodo, which tells you Brassius is elsewhere on the deck box. And Quaxly, which tells you that Juliana is elsewhere on the deck box. Which, by process of elimination, means that the only one we haven't actually seen yet, Arven and Mabastiff, must be on the one that's got Iono on the front. So essentially, they've got half of them on each. There we go. Figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. We figured it out. These deck boxes are the ones that are lengthways, they're landscape, but they are still just regular deck boxes that come in at 500 yen, which I've told you many times is absurdly cheap. 500 yen for a deck box like these are absolutely amazing. At the current exchange rate, 500 yen comes around to be what we're looking at here. $3.30, told you it was absurdly cheap, or £2.70. Very, very cheap indeed. But actually, the best deck box is neither of these. It's this one, also same price as the ones I just showed you, which is the same trainers with the same Pokemon, but now they're all kind of stylized and all of them are on the same deck box, and this is amazing. This is one of the coolest deck boxes I've seen. I must have this deck box. I have too many deck boxes. My deck box collection is too large. I don't need this many deck boxes. What am I going to do? Not buy this one? Nah, that's absurd. There is also a binder, and you can see on the front and back here, we've got all 10 of those trainers featured with the Pokemon. So you get all of them coming on the same binder. It is an exceptionally cool binder. This one is coming in retailing for, in Japan, 1,980 yen, just shy of 2,000 yen, which means you're looking at about $13 or about £11, which for a bundle like that, pretty cool. And then there is one more thing to look at. We've got refills. Now, it does only show 5 of the trainers, but maybe the other 5 are on the other side, or maybe they've just picked their favourites, which would be weird because they didn't pick Larry. This comes in at 700 yen. You actually get yourself 9 pocket refill for cards, 10 sheets, and 1 index, which is what we can see here. But 700 yen means you are looking somewhere in the region of about $4.60 or £3.80. Also very cool. This is one of the coolest things they've done for a while over in Japan. Some of these probably aren't going to sell out instantly, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe Grusha and Satoru, Brassius and Sudowoodo, the protagonists, maybe they'll be there for a while. But the Penny and Iono, nah, they ain't lasting long at all, ladies and gentlemen. They are releasing on November the 10th, and if you want to be on there, make sure you go there nice and quickly. Right, that's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these you like the best. Tell me which is top of your list. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join the Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Andy White, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.